We have gone, we have come. What's poppin'?
You're welcome to another episode of Life Diary Podcast with Debs and Fire. Is the budget man a bad person?
Are you playing the right game to wealth?
Yeah.
Sorry, English, you also come on Lori.
See your cheeks. Stop greeting people with that, by the way.
That's boost.
Is somebody listening? This word is for you.
Hello, beautiful people. You're welcome to Live Diary Podcast with Debs and
Fire.
period.
Feels so good to be back.
Period.
How are you doing, beautiful?
We love it.
Yes,
Who is
so
it? Is it me you're talking about?
yes,
Or
I am talking about you. You know that that's
oh,
our
I
new
am
reality. I would
good.
always ask how you're doing first before I ask our
Yeah.
esteemed LDPians.
Oh, hands.
Yes, so our LDPians. So how are you doing, beautiful?
I'm good. I'm jiggy. I'm
Oh,
well.
she
I'm
love
tired.
it.
I'm exhausted. But we love a queen that still remains fine. Adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Jésù.
Yes, so a queen who is holding her own through it all.
Period.
Actually,
Period. Period.
period,
Yeah.
period, period.
Do you know something happened? I was speaking to
Okay.
my friend yesterday and we're having a conversation. Then he goes ahead and he says, that's true. I haven't listened to you people's podcast episode. I bet you people have only dropped one, only to return in 6 months. And
Wow. Like,
you're
is that
not
how
serious.
is that how our rep is now
You're
on the
not
streets?
serious.
No, no,
I'm
no,
like,
no,
you're not
no.
serious. Like, what do you mean? Like, please, let's be for real.
Uh-uh.
I was like, that we had published one after the first one that you should go listen. This is what happens when
Wow.
your friends, when they see you finish. This is what
As in,
happens.
it be your own
But no
people. It
problem.
be your own
It be
people.
your own people for real. Mm-hmm.
They will
Mm-hmm.
drag you. They are the drag.
So
They can drag. But we love them
Babala
nonetheless. At
Dragon.
least all of those candid feedbacks and subtle jabs to at least keep
Mm-hmm.
us awake and keep
Yeah.
us on track. But we're here to stay. Oh.
Yeah.
Tell your friends that like we're
Yeah, we're
here
here
and
to
we're moving
stay.
on.
Like,
And an example is also
yeah.
really, really braving the odds of distance, schedules, and all to make this happen, and while still having
Mm-hmm.
fun, while we're at it. So we
Yeah.
thank Baba God Jehovah.
We thank him. Watukwela Christy. So
Yes,
Debs,
so
you've asked me how I'm doing. How are you
yeah,
doing?
I'm doing amazing. I was going to use jiggy, but now you've taken that word. But I'm doing beautifully
Jiggy jiggy.
well. Yeah,
Um
the past week has
what
been eventful in terms of
I'm listening
work
to you.
and
I'm
all.
listening to you.
And it's your girl's birthday season. So I went ahead and had a full shoot, did all that baby girl stuff. And
Yeah,
y'all
fine.
are not
Fine.
ready.
Oh
Y'all are
my
not
god.
ready. That was how eventful my week was. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful experience. You know, I had this girl on the other side of the phone, just gassing me up. Girl, go, girl. And I enjoyed it. It was a beautiful one. And I hope that when you guys get to see the beauty that is unveiled, I'm gonna hear hallelujah.
Glory. Like, you people have no idea how beautiful Debs looked. She looked gorgeous. Like, every time, like, I had to see a picture or I called out via video call, I just dey stare at
Yes.
am say,
It was the
ah,
all on Tayo's face. And I'm
ah,
like, girl, I've been with you for how many
ah,
years? Like, why are
ah,
you looking at me like you are just meeting me
ah,
for the
ah,
first time?
ah, ah. And you people
Sis.
imagine if me was reacting like that. Imagine what will not happen if it be like saying our husband did there. Ah, it would just be like Deborah,
See,
ṣofẹ́ mọ́tò tuntun
that was literally how this girl
immediately.
has been calling me. She was just calling my full name, my government name, baptismal name, everything. I'm like, woman, what's going on here? Ah,
Well,
no,
you
no.
looked
Every
gorgeous. I
time.
can't wait for you all to see the picture.
Okay, okay, okay. That's true. That's true. That's true. We're gonna get to post, as is our tradition. I post you on your birthday, you post me on my birthday, and we have fun and all of that. And it's an
Ah,
opportunity to actually tell the world about the beautiful person that you are. So now it's my turn to be on the
oh,
to be put on the spot.
on
But
the receiving
guys,
end.
like on
Don't
the
worry,
receiving end, though,
my shiny words, my shiny
is the
words,
shiny word
poetry,
for me, like
poetry. I'm gonna go research
oh
on. I'm
shit.
gonna go research on words by Toni Morrison, by Jamaican
Wahoo.
King Clad. I'm gonna go research on those
Wahoo.
people. And just do like a
This
mix.
girl is
See
going
who
to
is
go
better than
in
listening to me.
because this research, I'm like, become no, no, guys. It was how fire. I can't remember how many times we were on video call that day, but for every time we were on video call, Fire would just pause and look at me like she had this look like, so did this girl exist? And I'm like, can you stop? I'm serious. I wish we could do
Oh
like
my
that in
god!
clip. Fire just had this. I see Fire, calm down now. Calm down now. But it was fun, sincerely.
No,
It was
Debs
fun.
looked beautiful.
Can you see
She
her
looked
saying it
beautiful.
again?
I think when I initially called her, yeah, when I initially called her, I even told her, I was like, I haven't like, I didn't wake up on like the best sides today, right?
Yes.
But as I just they see your face, hey, God, I beg.
Sunshine in
Uh-uh.
my life. I was giving
Now,
sunshine on a
woman be
gloomy day.
this.
Yes, so. Yes, so. Yes,
Ah,
so. Yes, so.
if you people want to make applications, make them through me, okay? Okay?
Okay.
Because,
What's that? What's that subtle announcement? Application for what? Is there a
why
scholarship
did
scheme
you,
going on
why
here?
did you buy beans? Why did you buy beans up to this?
Guys, she literally said that. See, we already how many minutes already going into this banter? Into just this photo shoot. I beg, go.
But
See,
anyways,
fire.
yeah, let's move on. But y'all should make
Please,
your
let's move on.
applications through me, okay? I shall be waiting.
I don't know what
You
fire
know,
is talking
last week
about.
I said that you people can enter Live Diary podcast DMs. I'm gonna respond, okay? Love you, mwah.
Now I was the one that said the last week, guys. Like the last episode, I was the one that said it that my DM is
Mm-hmm.
free to be open. Now she's now because of that intention she has in her mind. Well, God is watching in 4K,
Mm-hmm.
in 32D.
Before uncle, is he not my Lord and Savior? Of
Yes,
course
so
they
yeah.
watch me.
Who go watch you before? Oh yeah, oh
Who
yeah.
go
Let's
watch
move
me
on. Let's
before?
move on. Let's move on because
Oh yeah,
yeah,
let's move
you have
on, let's
just put
move
me
on,
on the
let's
spot
move
for
on,
so
let's move
long.
on. Ah,
So
no,
up
no, no,
next is
no,
actually
now. Even Miss
I'm listening.
up next is what? No, continue, continue.
Okay, because she was about to launch into another bout of admiration and beauty, but I get it. I get it. It's that Debs effect. I get it. So I was saying that our
Oh,
randoms, not
bombastic
only
side
like
guy.
are randoms in the fact that I actually went ahead to experience what we spoke about in the last episode. And yes, we're actually welcoming your
Okay,
comments and questions you might have on the last episode. LDPans, come through now, come through now. Oh yeah, shake off the holiday dust from your body and start commenting and start
yes, please.
sending in your questions and all.
And
You know that we're here for you
in case
guys.
you people don't know, you can sort out your questions. You can ask us your questions via Spotify. So there's a
Yeah.
part where you can actually put in your questions or your
Sending
comments
questions.
or anything you want to say. So you can put it there and
Mm.
we would look at them and would respond. So please do that, okay? Thank you very
Yay,
much.
yay,
So
yay.
Debs, what's your
Yes, so
random? You already started telling us your random.
yes, I
So
said I went ahead to experience what we, discussed in our last topic, our last episode about sustaining friendships in adulthood. I met up with a couple of my friends, like my close friends, and it was a beautiful experience. One thing that I couldn't take away was the fact that we were all looking forward to this hangout, to this getaway. And what we actually did was had one of us host us at our house out of town. So we had three people leaving, Lagos to go to her side of town and just hang out. And it was beautiful. Like we were babies. You imagine that your friends' children watching you people just do shenanigans. It
yeah.
was so wholesome. She and her husband hosted us. It was beautiful and it was refreshing. Like all of us actually, all of shout out to you guys. Like, am I free to mention names now?
Well, I think it's best not to, but if you wanna, you
Okay.
can.
Okay, so like shout out to my girls actually, and it was beautiful. I wouldn't lie. It was whole. I was still saying it, in the previous weekend after that, and I was like, in the following weekend, after our hangout, I was like, take me back. I miss like this time last week. I was with you guys. It was so wholesome. We were able to
Oh,
reconnect, gist, pray, and even my friend that we went to her own side of town, she was like, she had a spring in her step, like, make way, my girls are here. No, no, it was beautiful. I only like fire, it was beautiful. And we're already looking forward to the next one that we will do. And this time around, nobody's going to host anybody. We're all going to be baby girls, you understand? Being pampered in a
period.
spa or in a getaway. But we're going to make it happen. But babes, what I couldn't take away was the fact that everyone was looking forward to this hangout. There was just this giddy excitement we had. There was this childish,
Yeah.
feeling, the opportunity to be girls again. No, it was beautiful. Fire, it was beautiful. So that's my random, actually. The beautiful gift of friendship. It was a good one. So what is yours
Oh,
as your random?
so that is so lovely. You know I
Thank
love a
you.
good getaway. You know this
Yes, I
already.
know. I know, I know,
So
I know, I know.
yeah.
like
Yeah, I would say
like
my
that one.
random is
Well, don't let me
more
random.
on a I would say
Go ahead.
what
I
were you
wanted to
about to
cast you.
say?
You dropped some fire JPEGs on your Instagram page. That picture was giving every single thing it was supposed to give. And that was a getaway. I think that was a getaway offspring too. But
What's
that
that?
picture
Which
was
picture is
giving.
that?
I wanted to,
Is it the one I just is it the one I just
yes,
posted?
yes, your January
Oh
24
no, it
picture.
wasn't a getaway.
But it was
Oh, it
giving
was a
getaway.
dinner actually. It was a
Ooh, it
dinner.
was it was giving getaway. I was like,
Yeah.
I first of all liked the picture and I went back to go and, look for the words to qualify this beauty. See, English
Mm-hmm.
couldn't qualify. I had to speak in Yoruba. That was the effect she had. I was like, what must she do? Uh-uh. Well, go ahead.
Oh, thank you very much. I love it. It's
You
things
are
like
come.
this that
You
make
are
me very
come.
happy. I would say that my random is kind of on the other side. So my random
Okay.
this week is how we not necessarily took for granted, but how we didn't realize how short the time with our siblings were going to be like. Because
Hmm.
now people are grown up and people are spread across different places. Like, there's no,
Hmm.
like, now in my own household, I have two siblings and we don't live in the same place, right?
Yeah.
Which for me, I was telling Debs about how, like, this week I really felt like having like my brother or my sister very close to me where we're living in the same house, where I
Uh-huh.
would typically just go into their rooms and just constitute a nuisance. But now it
Yes.
is different because I can't do that. Like it's going to require like planning and things that require like timing. Okay, do I have the time to do this now? Can everybody come
Mm.
together? And I was also telling her about how I'm really looking forward to when everybody in the family would be under the same roof again.
Rough.
Like
Yeah.
nobody's having like individual visits, but it's like just even if it's one day, like do you understand? Like just
Hmm.
that that thing of just everybody in the same place at the same time because it's a different case if everyone was living in the same country, right? And you could
Yeah.
easily just be like, oh, I could drive down. Or let's say, for example, now I was living in Lagos, I could easily drive back home. But I can't do
Yeah.
that. It requires money, it requires having time. So I was just
Yeah.
saying it that I really miss that companionship of just being like with my family, right? My immediate family and
Uh-huh.
just that closeness per se. So yeah, I would say that's my random and the fact that it really does go by so fast where
True.
everyone is grown up, everybody's trying to like pursue something. And before you open your eyes and close, it's like imagine
Everyone is
if
on their own.
Tolu comes now. Tolu is like, okay, I'm getting married, I wanna get married now or something. Like, what is just very like we are growing up so
Yeah.
fast. And it's like, oh my days, like that's crazy. So yeah, so I think
Uh,
that was just my random this week, which was why I said it's pretty much the opposite of what your random
yeah, what I
was. Well, not
felt.
necessarily the opposite,
Yes.
but it's yeah,
It is in a way.
yeah.
Like, and
So
that's so, like, I felt that. I really, really felt that. And I wish I could hug you right now. Don't worry,
oh,
soon, soon. You're going to have
thank
them
you.
right under the same roof with you and babes. I totally get it.
Yeah.
Like, the time we have with our siblings under the same roof and where it was that, where we fight, like you can't wait to get them out of your hair. But now that they are out
Mhm.
of your hair, you are missing them. Like you want to trade time, you want to trade everything
Bro,
just to have them under your roof and just be a pain in the bum bum again. Basically. And I get you. Like that
I
that that was
know,
so that was so
it's
heartfelt.
so different. One of the things with sibling love is that you people most likely they're like the people that will probably share the most experiences you have in terms
Yeah.
of they they you all lived in the same house, so they probably understand certain things more than other people because how you react to certain things might also be because of what they've seen as well. So like it's easier,
Mm-hmm.
like now if I call my siblings and I say something or I just say like an internal joke that let's say my dad says or my mom says, right?
Yeah.
I don't need to explain it. We have shared experiences, they get it.
Yeah.
Or if I'm
Yes.
overreacting on something, or how I react on based on whatever thing my parents might have said, they would most likely understand why I'm reacting that way compared to like if you're going to talk to like people maybe that they're your friends or anything, some of them they might have experienced something like that in their own, but could that be? It's still not the same. You get so
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I think that was really it. So yeah.
That's the power of shared experiences, and that's the bedrock of family dynamics. How you and your siblings relate, how you guys communicate, and how your siblings are actually one of the people that can demystify you in that sense. Imagine
Mm-hmm.
that, fire is all there, glitz and glamour, and then Itolu walks in. Like that
Mhm.
is your brother. They demystify all of that glitz and
Yeah.
glamour and they know the person behind the veil, basically, if there is any veil. But you get what I'm trying to say. So it's a
Yeah.
beautiful one. I won't even lie. I'm not gonna lie. And for everyone who is blessed with companionship, or a sibling who is a stone throw away, or who is still under the same roof with you, enjoy it. Enjoy it while it lasts, man. Enjoy it,
Please
because
milk it.
we
Milk
going
it
our
like
separate
mad.
ways is also a form of growth. But we'll still miss ourselves and all. But
Yeah.
enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. Like
Yeah.
like for milk it. Milk it like petites. Okay, that's my
Mm-hmm.
millennial self showing.
Do you know what's so funny? Every time I
Oh,
send stuff to Tolu, right, on Instagram,
yeah,
or he sends stuff to me, and it's all these things about brother and sister relationship.
yeah.
Then one day Tolu texted me and it was like, "This is just you always trying to just let me know that I'm your best friend." And I'm
Oh,
like, you
that
see,
is so
you
typical of
see
Tolu.
this,
Very typical.
you see this younger generation of kids, eh? What a prodigy.
Yeah, Tolu, I know you will listen to this episode. I beg, your response will be needed. Like, not by your calling you younger generation of kids. Oh my.
No,
Oh.
no. Modulo now. I'm older than
Otito,
him with half
Otito.
a decade.
Otito, we have heard you.
Sholera. You
Senior
remember when we
sister.
had him on there that he was saying, half a decade, bad
Yes.
man.
We need to bring that up on maybe on the National Sibling Day. We need to bring up that episode, that excerpt,
Actually, we
when there
should.
is on a National Siblings Day, because it's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Silas.
We should
That episode
actually.
was
Silas.
one of one of our very interesting episodes, man. Getting to have, your sibling on,
Very
on the podcast. I
interesting.
think I'm the one. Okay, I've had
Yeah.
my sibling on the pod too, Sha. So
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
so what's on
But we
the
see Debs has other siblings. Me, I just have one other sibling, but she's still a baby. Well, not
yeah.
a baby, but
She said,
yeah, she's not up to
eh,
18 yet. So
eh,
imagine if Momo should say I call her baby. Momo
like
go change her for me.
you know already. You know, say that girl go change am for you. You sabi.
uh,
It's going to be the side eye for
no,
me.
no, but she's
I'm
a
moving on
teenager
like
now.
she didn't hear
She's
you
not
say
up to
anything.
18, so
Okay.
low key, Moyo would really give me Egbe Oju for real.
For real, for real.
Yeah.
That one goes without saying, man.
But
It
that's
goes
it.
without saying. So you want to
Yeah.
say that me,
Yeah.
I'm the
Anyways,
plenty sibling one. I think
ah,
you were on your ways to say
you
that,
have
right?
you have four other siblings. My sister.
Well,
You have four.
we give glory to God on the generation, on the nation
Hallelujah.
building that my parents embarked on.
Mm-hmm.
The, it's
Glory,
the nation
hallelujah.
building for me.
But wait, Debs.
Some people have eight
How
siblings
many
though.
kids do you wanna have?
You want to cast me here on air? Like, on Shanipo.
Yeah. What
You
you
know,
talk?
so I said one Shanipo. You are going to open up
Yeah,
another kind of
I
conversation.
need the number game, okay?
Well,
Don't dip it too much.
why
Just
are you
give me a
giving?
number.
I should not dip it too much. Like 3, 4.
Just give a number. What you talk?
I said 3, 4.
3 to 4. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's most likely 3. So I
Okay.
wanted to say something around that light, that could it be that your childhood experience kind of maybe mirror how many children you'd want to have? Like if you had a lot of siblings, maybe you want your kids to have that kind of companionship. So for some people, there are a lot of dynamics that colored their childhood. For some, it might be poverty, and they might have thought that, oh, if their dad had less
Yeah.
children, they might have enjoyed more resources. So that would have influenced. I just feel
Mm-hmm.
like there is something locked in our childhood that kind of influences how many kids we want to have. apart from economic reality. Because even if we are to go by economic reality, some people will not have kids because economic reality is economic reality. But we don't move by that alone. Even if we arrange with that, I'm just trying to say economic reality is a constant. But I feel like there are some other
Yeah.
dynamics locked in our lives that shape how many children we want to have. Thank you for coming to my TED talk. But now you ask for
I would say
numbers.
that, yeah, but I would say that it differs, right? Some people, it might also be their capacity in terms of the time and
Hmm.
money and everything in between for them to steward the child. So I think it varies
Okay.
for people. So I think personally for me, I don't think anything in my childhood would necessarily affect like the number of kids I want to have. I would
So
even
how
say
many
it's even
kids
the
do you want
process
to
of having
have?
the kids safe.
It's true. Oh.
Ideally.
Fire has some very unpopular kids having opinions. But how many kids do you want to have? If I had that way, there are some things Fire would do.
I'll,
But I'm not casting her. How many kids do you want to have this?
I would say Timber be twins. That's the end.
Otiloni. It's the way she
Cotillion,
switched
yeah.
for me. Timber be twins. Cause wala.
Yeah. But
Okay.
either way, like 2 to 3. I think 2 to 3 is fine by me. Like I'm good. I'm okay.
Hmm.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
Okay. Oh. When the guy comes in, we like to know his numbers too. Maybe people will still have to meet
Ah,
at a
see,
okay, let me keep quiet.
do you know the funniest thing? Did you say 13? Please wait, did I say
No, I
13?
said let me keep quiet. No, I did not say 13. Why would I say 13?
Ah,
Ever,
okay.
ever,
Because
ever build
from who
football
is 13
eh,
children going to come out from?
from dying womb. From dying womb.
Ah, Edo.
It's the edge of for me.
I beg
Oh,
you.
you
I
wanted to
beg
say
you.
something though?
Anyways, no, please, I'm not saying anything again. Let's move into today's episode. When it's time for children talk, we'll have that. Let's move
Now you
to
now,
today's
now
episode,
you start
okay?
out. You actually started it. So
No,
yeah.
but it was just a random, like,
Yeah,
cause
yeah. That's the
Anyways,
beauty of spontaneity.
you people, today this episode is gonna be called the Debs episode. Our producer must put clap after that the Debs episode. Yeah,
Hey, it
I
is
hope
how
it
Fire
does.
is so excited to put me on the
Yeah,
spot, but it's fine.
I am so
I,
excited because,
I will be willing.
anyways, Debs, I want to do my proper
Okay,
introduction. So,
interesting.
ladies and gentlemen, our episode today is called the Debs episode. And
Okay.
why is it called the Debs episode? Because it is Deb's birthday week. It
Yes,
sweets me die.
I'm the birthday
And
girl.
you people, she's the birthday girl. And you people, we're talking about the big 30 fine. Oh my
Whoop, 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 whoop,
days.
whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
It's
Eka
Fire's
bosore to wa kinyo.
interesting. It's Fire's excitement and shenanigans wrapped in one. Like a cab was ready to where have they been since morning? I beg. Where have they been? Is it the
No,
after it?
this is the new. This is now we are welcoming them into the actual episode. Okay, that's what we're doing right now.
Okay.
So it's welcome,
Okay.
welcome, 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 welcome. And
Okay. Thank you for having
y'all know how
me.
much I love Debs. Y'all know
Mm.
how much she means to me. There's nobody that has remotely come close to me that does not
Oh,
know the importance of Debs in my life, okay? I make it
oh
known.
Lord.
Point blank period. So yeah.
I'm so overwhelmed. I was telling this girl the other day that she literally carries me everywhere she goes. This girl carries me. Well, okay. And I told her those places she will not carry me to, but girl, thank you. Thank you. Thanks for
Oh,
having me.
beg.
It's a pleasure and it's a privilege. I'm grateful. You know, I used to say it's like I'm grateful for the front seat role that you've given me the privilege of having in your life, and I do not take it for granted. Thank you.
You're
Tissue.
so
Can I have some
cute.
tissue, please?
Tissue. Um, please, can she have some tissue?
Yes. Thank you.
Ẹgbẹ́ làwa méjèèjì.
But really, try. But really, really, fire
Oh, Lord
is.
have mercy.
You know me and you don't
Please,
know fire. I
the
don't
episode is
understand.
not about me. As in, or you will know me and you don't know Debs.
That means we're not chummy. Like we're just on a high
Ah,
level.
tight
Because
buying.
if we're chummy,
Ah,
yeah.
tight
Because if we're chummy,
buying.
what to go fire? You'll have heard me say
You
fire 1 or 2
know.
times.
Àwa elénìyàn,
Yes,
àwa
sir.
elénìyàn. Ah.
Is the Eleni up for me? Oh, like, oh my days. Is the Eleni up for me? Okay, so yeah, I'm a willing participant this day. So, what
Yeah,
would you
you're a
like to get
participant
from me?
today. So, Debs, we have so many questions for you. And one
Yay! So
question I
many
have for you is,
questions.
how has your 30s been so far? Because I celebrated your 30th birthday with
Ooh,
you. Okay.
yes,
Remember?
yes,
I
yes.
did your makeup on your
She did my
30th.
makeup. She was my
Do you remember?
stylist. She was my why will I
Mm-hmm.
forget? Fire did my makeup. She was my
Mm-hmm.
stylist. She was my hype man. She was everything that day, and we
Mm-hmm.
had a good time. We didn't know that 5 years down
Mm-hmm.
the line, would be
Right.
an ocean would be
Ah,
separating us.
you pay me, oh. You pay me, but either ways, we're making it work. Did you
Yes,
not look
so
here? It's giving long distance relationship. It is even long
it
distance
is.
relationship
It is a long distance
because
relationship, my guy, and I'm a veteran.
yeah, call on my shower. Yeah, veteran ni ẹ kò ṣe. Akáwọ́ sókè fún yín, máa ṣé kí n gbé wá sílẹ̀.
No, you can bring it down. You can bring it down. You're allowed. You can bring it down.
Okay, thank you very
Thank you very
much.
much.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. The shenanigans of this episode, oh my days, is something else. Yeah, so 30th was beautiful. Like my first 5 years
Mm-hmm.
into 30 has been a very critical learning curve for me. I got to discover, it goes without saying anyways, but I really got to discover more about myself in my 30s, in my early 30s. I can't believe I'm in my mid 30s. Oh my days. Oh
Yeah,
my
you are in your
days.
mid-30s.
So it was a learning curve for me, learning about love, learning about loving God, learning about loving myself, learning about loving others. I think I would categorize it in that part. And I also discovered more about myself, you know, when it came to love, in that sense, love across all of those spectrums that I just mentioned. So my 30s has been a did I just say romantic? Oh my god. My 30s have been an eventful one, and I do not have any regrets. I do not have any regrets on the path that brought me to 35. No regrets whatsoever. It's been beautiful. I learned more about the fact that loving God never ends. Like, you need to make it through this life.
Hmm.
Loving God is a constant. I feel like I love God more than I loved him 5 years ago. With all sense of mercy that I've experienced, and even, is it revelation? Yeah. Like when I see how much mercy I have experienced in my life from God, I see and I realize that I can't do without this God. Like, so I love God more. Like, I've learned to love God more. Am I perfect? Far from it. But am I going to keep working at this? Yes. This love is locked. When love locked, we're locked. I can never unlove God, and I know for sure, for sure, for sure, God can never unlove me. And so that's one thing I have learned. That's one thing about my 30s. I've learned to own my space more. I've learned to become my person more. Learned about my weaknesses, and I've learned how
Hmm.
to navigate them. Like there's just this very increased sense of self-awareness I enjoyed in my 30s. In my 20s, I had a lot of adventurous, well, when I say adventurous, don't think that I will call it adventurous. Like I felt like I lived my 20s, to a certain extent. So, and I felt like my 20s still had a lot of, is it naivety? Like, it's a different thing when you're naive, and it's a different thing when you're, street smart. While knowledge is a beautiful thing, I don't think naivety is a good place to be in. I don't know how to
Yeah.
explain it, but I feel like I knew stuff, but yet I didn't know stuff. I think that's where I would keep it. Like I thought I knew stuff, but I
Yeah. So
realized getting
basically,
into my
like finding the balance.
Yes, yes. That was a surprise waiting for me, in my 30s, where I thought I knew stuff. I realized that I was naive on a number of things. Don't let me say lot. Because when it comes to knowledge, I know stuff and I can speak stuff. I'm really trying to, set that understanding, that naivety where, let me give you an example. The naivety of a sheep is what will make it go play with a fox, or with a, you understand, like
Yeah.
if a sheep is smart enough to know that this is danger and these are things, it would not, that's knowledge. So I don't know if I'm explaining it well, Sha, but in my 30s, Sha, bye bye to naivety. Naivety, I think that's the word. And so I feel like my 30s have been an adventure. Then, well, from my, then I've been that, I've moved from um watching other people be in love myself, and now back to watching other people be in love anyways. But I'm loving myself more,
Mm.
yeah. So now I am heavy on loving myself. And I'm not saying loving myself from a, there's a way people say love yourself from a very funny angle. But there is this
Mm-hmm.
sense of completeness in loving myself that I'm experiencing. There is still that outgoing part of me that goes all out for people. But there's this part of me now that
Yeah.
knows when, that has a boundary. You understand? That knows that, okay,
Okay.
this is how far you can go, and you are okay. You are not a bad person, that you can for not going. Even if
Yeah.
on some days I still struggle, it's not a perfect path, but I have I've evolved. Debbie 5 years ago is different from the Debbie you are hearing today. Thank you. So yeah. Then
That's
intentionality.
beautiful.
Oh yeah, then intentionality. I don't know if you are going to ask me any other questions. So I mean, I'm just putting everything out there.
I still have other
I
questions for you.
Lobaton. Hey, why do I feel like Fire has
Yeah.
some stuff in her bag? Well, so intentionality too.
Oh,
It
don't
has
worry,
it
we're gonna
has
get there.
I have understood that everything I am now is a proof of how intentional I've been, or how unintentional I have been. Like it's a scorecard on that. But intentionality is one performance metric that I hold dear. Everything I have also understood myself. Like there's this dopamine I enjoy when I say stuff, and then I leave it at saying. And that's the funny thing. I felt like in my 20s, I did stuff. I said stuff, I did stuff. But I started slipping into this place where I was saying stuff and I wasn't really doing. Then I went back into saying stuff and doing. But so it's I feel
Okay.
like it's not like I don't know how to explain it. It's a constant struggle. But I know that, but one thing I always have at the back of my head is that you are a product of how intentional, like where you are right now is a product of how intentional you have been, whether you know about it or not. whether you have the wherewithal or not. It's a product of how intentional you've been. So I think, yeah. I also learned to believe people's actions over their words. So like fire, I don't know, we've spoken about it before. Like I give you a benefit of doubt for a very long time. But
Benefit of the doubt.
now with wisdom, teaching me one or two things, the scripture talks about how Jesus himself learned by his sufferings. Me self, I have learned by my
Mm-hmm.
sufferings. And one thing that is faster for me to do now is believe actions, over words. Where the words and actions are contrasting, I go with the actions. I go with proof of actions than actual words. So yeah, I think that's all for me for now. Thanks. Thanks.
Okay.
And I've not lost my joy. I've
Thanks,
not lost my.
Deb.
You're
That's
welcome.
beautiful. Thank you for answering that very deeply. You had said some stuff when you were talking, and I wanted to pick up something you had said and ask you. So you said that through your 30s, you went from experiencing love to losing love and now seeing people experience love. So I would say that the moments, well, this can be placed under lost love. How did how
Okay.
did you move past lost love in your 30s?
Hmm. So, that question, thank you very much for that. When you want to avoid
Yeah,
something,
you
but
know the
really,
way
fire,
people answer,
fire
they will
is
say
really
that is a very good
that.
question.
Yeah, that question right there. Thank you very much. So I have always had a system of walking through lost love. Like, so for instance, I don't look for closures. I don't look for closures. I move
Oh, are
on.
you talking
Like,
about frontal?
what do you say?
I said, are you talking
Wow.
about frontals?
Wow. Clap for yourself. No, clap for yourself. Yenta. Well done. Well done. Well done. You try. You try. But I'm just going to move on. I'm just going to move on. I've had a
Mm-hmm.
mechanism for moving on from lost love relationships. So while I make peace with myself, and the funny thing is that, okay, I won't say that part. I won't say that part. But while I make peace with myself that, okay, this is the end of the road as regards this relationship, and I, cry the cry, crowd the crowd, I tend to move on and, cut off everything because, like I say, we even talked about it, like, it's not a friendly exes episode. Like I say, my spirit, soul, and body has to know that, Debs, you are no more in this relationship. So I do not know how to.
Yeah.
So I would actually need that time of separation in that sense that lets me
Okay.
deal with such a person with an attempt to be unbiased, like with to deal with the person as a friend or acquaintance. So I'll just say, okay, I think I have gone deeper, or I have not even answered your question yet. But let me just answer your question now. So how have I navigated it? My community of beautiful friendships. Number one, my
Okay.
faith has been a way
Okay.
of easing up every hurt that I feel. So I take the hurt to Christ, like I take the hurt to God, and I'm like, God, this is how I feel. Heal me. Like through the tears and all of, like, heal me. So I take that to God. I pray for the person. And I'm not even talking about a recent one. I'm talking about how I had navigated lost love in she lost love lamak be breakfast. How I've navigated
Yeah.
breakfast over the years. It has been me praying for the person
Okay.
whenever the hurt
I
rises
would
so
prefer to
much.
call it lost love, but okay.
Okay. Okay, lost love. While it has a tone of finality, okay, it's fine. Let me stop analyzing it. That's my mind,
Yeah.
trying to overanalyze the word. But I'm trying to say that, okay, so I learned something a long time ago about how, you forgive and you move on. You don't expect that fire and brimstone will
Yeah.
happen. In fact, that's when they'll go ahead, get married, live happy lives, and you're still very much, angry and upset and all. So why would you allow someone live rent free in your head? So I've learned to go on that path of I put myself on a heavy forgiveness programming. I think that's why I'll call it. Where I am whenever that hurts, whenever I remember a scenario and that like felt like, oh, this was supposed to be forever. I just take it to God and I'm like, God, thank you for this person, thank you for this season. And I pray for this person, I pray for myself. So I've been able to navigate lost love through faith, through my beautiful community of friendships. I have beautiful friends, Fire. My community of friendships and family. It is so wholesome.
Yeah.
It is so wholesome. And then I distance myself from whosoever I was romantically involved with. And it's not necessarily about being malicious, but basically about being sane, being getting my life back. You understand? Like I have given you so much, and
Yeah.
so I can't. You don't expect me to keep talking to you like waku. When I mean waku, not that you get what I'm trying to say. Like, so my mind has to
Yeah.
accept that fact. I used to say it in the past that so that when you give me IV, there is no form of struggle because I know that, oh, I do not have any sense of entitlement or affiliation with you romantically. So when you give me an invitation card, my reaction to it shows how much I have healed. You know, basically. And there's a part of me that is so funny. Like I
Okay.
realize how much of a stranger some people can be. Like I just say, oh, really? Okay. Maybe they say that's June people's something. But that's it.
No,
So
I
that's how I've been
do.
able to navigate lost love. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's good. That's good. That's good. I do agree with you in terms of you, because of how much you've been able to detach from the person. It feels like it never happened again. So I
Yeah.
know that that is highly possible. Yeah. I
Mm.
know that's highly possible. You did talk about your friendships, your family, how they helped you within your faith. I would never forget remembering you talk to me about everything that happened, and I was even in disbelief that shady why me. But I think that's the journey of life, and how God just moves us through the notions and emotions.
Yeah.
Let us just keep
Yeah.
going. Okay. But this one, just a very quick answer to this question. Quick answer.
Okay.
Are you currently going out on dates?
Fire solar.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, yes, 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 yes. Is
Okay.
that very quick?
So that means you've been dating. That means you've been dating, you've been going out on dates.
Sort of.
Okay. I'm gonna be using my Egbeoji to be watching you.
Yes, you should use your
All right.
emoji because I
So
don't know why you are intentional. See, Yao, fire has an agenda. And it is unveiling right just as you are seeing it. Me self, I am seeing
no,
it.
no, no, no.
This is fire's agenda.
There is no agenda. There's no agenda.
Oh
We are
man.
just, it's just follow up. You put someone on the guest seat, and it's like you just want to spice things up. Like,
She's
can we
saying
have
that's
privy
person.
to information over here? So yeah, so
Oh,
that's
privy.
pretty much what's going on right there. Mm-hmm.
Okay. But
So
in
moving on,
everything, like
I wanted to.
so good.
So this is going to be my final question, and the question is towards what are you looking forward to? You are entering your mid 30s. The floor four is near. What are you looking forward to in the
Hey,
next 5 years? What are you looking forward to? An icon at 40. You're gonna get that pillow, okay? An icon at 40.
not you using that for me. Like I used to hunt some certain people with that 40 icon thing, and I used to hunt them
Excuse
about
me,
how.
die.
So I not knowing that there's someone behind, like ready to hunt me. I used to hunt them about how I'm going to do throw pillows, and I'll say celebrating an icon, and I'm going to send him parara,
Period.
and I will say celebrating
Period.
an icon. But not fire doing this to me.
Celebrating an
Well,
icon, no. An icon for real.
so my
Wait,
and yeah.
Ejek in giant sync. Let me
Okay.
quickly let you people see something. Walk with me.
Okay.
What is
Hey,
your name?
Deborah Oyewole.
Deborah. Who was Deborah in the Bible?
Oh, yeah, yeah. She was a judge. She was a warrior.
What did
She
she
was a
do? She
prophetess.
was a warrior. Hmm.
Yes.
And now we have Deborah right here.
Okay.
At 40, she's gonna
Yes.
be a what? An icon and a mighty warrior at 40.
What? Like, okay.
I'm sorry, you people.
At this point,
I
I
don't know
give
what
up.
came over me.
Like,
That is not me.
I am shook.
That
She
is
said
that
that's
is
not her.
somebody else. That's
Okay.
somebody else. Moving on.
Okay.
So what are you looking forward in the next 5 years? Just quick answers.
Yeah.
Let's hear from you. What's happening?
Okay, so I wanted to backtrack a bit about how in my 30s also I got to move. I'm talking about my career. I forgot to talk about my career, which is also a very pivotal experience I have had in my 30s. I have gotten to
Mm-hmm.
move through some, certain parts in my industry in my 30s because, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a comms professional and I am that person who likes to, I do not want to stay in one place. And in my 30s, I've been able to, flow through that agency side of the industry to the client side of the industry on different levels, like on the tech side, on an FMCG side, and now back on the tech side. So I have enjoyed beautiful fluidity and God's grace in my career. And these were things I really looked forward to doing in my 20s. I spent most of my 20s career wise in consulting, training, still in comms, training and development and, academics too, lecturing, in comms. So my 30s, was that place where I did a deep dive into the more practical side of the industry and it's been a very beautiful one. So to answer your question, my 30, the rest of my 30s, I am looking forward to getting to that top ladder in my career. And I know the ladder never ends in a way. So I'm really getting to that top ladder. I still have small businesses at my heart, in a very beautiful corner of my heart, wanting to do brand building for small businesses, which I get to do. And then I also want to explore the area of talent management because I love music and enjoy music and I love creating musical products and experiences for artists. I love collaborating with them in creating products and experiences for them where their audience get to experience them either in ministry or in mainstream, And that's another thing that I've been doing on the side more on seriously. And I really look forward to being serious with that with the people that, because I have a couple of my friends who are creatives, especially in the musical expression, that I get to, consult with or consult for once in a while. And now these days it's actually been becoming frequent. So career wise, I really want to get into that space of self actualization and impact. It's always been impact, anyways. That has always been my goal to first impact the business and then impact myself, as I impact the business, impact my pockets. But really, that is my goal. And then I love to see businesses thrive in the next 5 years. I want to be married. Yeah. I want to be married, God willing, but I've also enjoyed my single life and I have no regrets. Like I am rocking my single life. At least I try to. I try to. I try to. I do not view my single life as a disease like this season. Nah. Nah, nah, nah. It is a phase that is a bedrock for marriage when that eventually happens. And then so in the next 5 years, yeah, God willing, I also see myself, becoming more bold about my faith, witnessing for Christ and just impacting people, like being a better person, loving God the more, like I said, and loving people the more. and just navigating all of these things in my day-to-day life while impacting.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope I've been able
Okay.
to answer.
I
I
love
also want to
that.
see
I
the
love
world.
that. I love that. And I pray.
I also want to see the world. Thank you.
That's good. That's good. That's good. We still need to go to St. Lucia. We still need to
Yes.
touch down St. Lucia.
We need to go to
And
okay, Saint Lucia and Phuket. Wow. Okay.
we need to get to St.
Let's
Lucia. We need to
moving on.
go to Phuket.
Moving on. Moving on.
Phuket,
Okay.
Thailand. St. Lucia. We gotta be
And I
there.
need to come
But
over
Emma,
to
worry
yours.
very
Thank
soon.
you.
Period.
Yeah.
Period. Now we are talking.
Like I'm looking forward to yeah, I'm looking
Sorry,
forward to being on the
mommy.
same couch with you. Look at her. I'm
Okay.
looking forward to being on the same couch with my girl and just talking away.
Period. And I sincerely just pray that all of these things you wish for yourself, they happen. I'm very glad you've been able to share some
Man.
stuff with us today. And you people, our birthday would be like 2 days before we release the episode, but while you listen as well, go to our comment section rather, and comment happy birthday to Debs, like wish her well, like say good words into her,
Thank
like
you.
speak life to her, okay? Because it's not easy to be 30 fine.
Mm,
Period.
mm, mm, mm. I like her.
Yeah. And
Quick,
anyways,
see what
happy
rock.
birthday, Deb. And I
Thank
love you
you,
so
Fire.
much. So
Love
much.
you.
So let's go into our nugget for today.
Word.
And this nugget
Yes.
was just something I felt like it's kind of like a blessing to Debs and also to our followers as well. And it's taken from
Yeah.
Numbers 6:24 to 26. And it says, May the Lord
Okay.
bless you and protect you. May the Lord smile on
Amen.
you and be gracious to you. May the Lord show you his favor and give you his peace. Amen. And Debs, I just pray that
Amen.
all of these words that have been said, like it's constantly going to apply to your lives. And our followers as well,
Amen.
like take the words dearly. You know how much we owed the word of God. It's God breathed. Scripture is alive and powerful, okay? So yeah.
Yes, it is.
So that's it. Deb, do you have anything you want to add for us before we end out of here?
No, 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 no. I just want to say, my LDPians, love you guys. And I'm grateful for you.
Oh,
I'm grateful
aren't
for
you
you
so
guys.
cute?
And it's so funny how, the podcast just started in my early 30s. I had a stint in podcasting,
Yeah,
in my 20s,
yeah,
and it was a beautiful one. But this also
yeah.
has, the journey with Life Diary with Fire is actually laced in my 30s. It has been all through my early 30s and
Hmm.
also. So I'm so grateful for you
Yeah,
guys.
and also I wanted to point out a significant thing that happened in your
Okay.
30s. When you clocked 30, you weren't living on your own
Yeah.
yet. But
Yes.
now you're thriving. You're
Thrive.
you're making boss moves. I
You
love
know, you
it.
know, you know, you know, you know.
I love it. And
Thank
I
you,
am
thank you,
so
thank
proud of
you.
you, my sis. Absolutely so
Oh,
proud of
thank you
you.
so much, Vayo.
Yeah,
I
so
need that tissue again. I need that tissue. Tissue, tissue,
tissue,
tissue,
tissue, tissue, tissue. Tissue, tissue, tissue. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ
tissue,
bá mi mú
tissue,
wá.
tissue.
Anyways,
Yeah.
LDPNs, we're gonna see you on another one. And like we will say, Ó dàbọ̀.
Oh, double.